A dual-rated lug accepts copper conductors. It also accepts aluminium conductors. So engineers assume it handles both metals together. It does not. This assumption has caused corrosion failures in a lot of electrical facilities like solar plants, switchgears, and more. Hey everyone, my name is Sahil, and in today's video, we will break down the difference between a dual-rated lug and a bimetallic lug. But why should you listen to me? At Axis, we've been manufacturing lugs and connectors, including bimetallic lugs and dual-rated lugs, for the past 30 years. Our lugs are tested as per IEC 61238, and you will find them installed in solar plants, substations, switchgears, control panels, and in projects in more than 100 countries. But before we compare the two lugs, let's start with the basics. A dual-rated lug is made from a single material like aluminium or aluminium alloy and is tin-plated. It is tested with both copper and aluminium conductors under UL 486A and 486B. If it passes the test, it earns the dual-rated label. A bimetallic lug has two metals in its body. They are made by friction welding a copper palm to an aluminium barrel. This way, aluminium conductors connect with the aluminium barrel and the copper bus bar connects with the copper palm. Next, let's understand the core difference. A dual-rated lug gives you a choice. You can insert a copper conductor or an aluminium conductor into the same lug. So, if you use a dual-rated lug with an aluminium conductor and bolt it onto a copper bus bar, aluminium touches copper at the bus bar. Two different metals come in contact. Over time, moisture triggers an electrochemical reaction between them. This is galvanic corrosion. A bimetallic lug removes the problem. The friction weld creates a bond at the atomic level between the aluminium barrel and the copper palm. The aluminium meets aluminium on the cable side and the copper meets copper on the bus bar side. No dissimilar metals touch each other anywhere in this connection. So, a dual-rated lug lets you choose which metal goes in, but a bimetallic lug lets you safely transition from one metal to another. If you're finding this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos on electrical engineering. So when should you use which lug? Many panels are designed to work with both copper and aluminium conductors. The contractor chooses the cable based on project budget and availability of material. A dual-rated lug fits here perfectly because it accepts either metal. In a solar plant, aluminium cables from the string inverter connect to a copper busbar inside the combiner box. The cable is aluminium, the busbar is copper, two different metals need to join. This is where you use a bimetallic lug. So if you need one lug that works with either conductor metal, use a dual-rated lug. If you need to connect aluminium to copper, use a bimetallic lug. But please note, a dual-rated lug is designed for a specific conductor size range. If the lug body is aluminium, it can accept aluminium or copper conductors within a specific range. But the copper conductor must be sized according to the lug's rating, not just the same cross-section as aluminium. If you use a copper lug body for an aluminium conductor, it works, but copper lugs cost more than aluminium lugs. So you pay extra for the lug material even though you are connecting aluminium cable. A bimetallic lug solves both problems. The aluminium barrel accepts aluminium cable at the right size. The copper palm connects to the copper bus bar. You get the right material match on both sides without paying extra. But what happens when you pick the wrong one? Let's say you use a dual-rated lug to connect an aluminium cable to a copper bus bar. The tin plating on the lug acts as a barrier between the two metals. As long as that plating is intact, the connection holds. But in outdoor installations like solar plants, rooftops, or coastal areas, the plating is exposed to moisture, salt, humidity, and temperature cycles. Over the years, the plating will wear down, and once it does, aluminum and copper are in direct contact. Galvanic corrosion starts and contact resistance goes up. The joint heats up and the connection degrades. A bimetallic lug does not depend on a coating to survive. The friction weld is a strong connection that will not break. It does not wear, peel, or degrade with time. I hope you now have a clear understanding of when to use which type of lug. At Axis, our team of over 50 engineers is ready to support your project needs for lugs and connectors, earthing and lighting protection, AB cable accessories, and much more. But before you move on to another video, I think you should watch this video to understand the correct crimping procedure for bimetallic lugs.